Hey, come a little closer. Because we're friends, I'm going to give you 6 reasons why you should buy a turntable right now. Don't tell anybody. Tell everybody. Hi, I'm Bob, and you, my friends, are back in United States of Analog. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining me again. And if this is your first time, well, you're welcome. You're among friends here as we talk all things hi-fi, whether it be analog, whether it be digital, whether it be, well, I don't know what else there is. Maybe AI? I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what we do here, and we have fun with it. We try not to get too serious. So thanks for being here. Let me know where you're from, and I hope you're doing well out there in our international community. Now, I've been thinking a lot lately about this channel and where I want it to go and how I want to build it out. I wanted to have a proof of concept before I got into things like Patreon and merchandising and things like that. And now that we're at 30,000 subs and rapidly headed toward 40,000, you know, to me, that's the proof of concept. I didn't think I would ever be here, but here we are. And there's some things that I want to do. First of all, I want to get some Patreon going so that we can have a closer connection. I'm going to set it up where you out there can be executive producers of this show and this channel. Get your name on screen, have a direct line to me so that you can tell me the videos you want to see, criticize me, praise me. It'll just be a deeper connection that we'll be able to have, and I'm starting to build that out, and that will be coming your way soon in 3 tiers, I hope. Class A, Class AB, and then Class D. Sorry, Class D people. I'm sorry I made you third. All right, the next thing I want to do is build out the merchandise a little more. I get some requests for the t-shirts that I occasionally wear, and I have shipped some out over the last couple of years, but only to the US. Now with places like Sticker Mule that do, you know, direct printing, which is actually pretty good, and international shipping, I'll be able to get my products designed by me out to you just about anywhere. So I'll get the list of countries together. I'll build out that site in the next few weeks, and we'll have that to look forward to. And maybe some live stuff. It's time for me to meet with you live on YouTube, and that will be built out in the next few weeks as well. So I'm thinking about all those things and doing all those things. Even though I have a full-time daytime job, it's still something that I want to do. I want to find ways to get closer to you guys in this community. And we'll have more discussions about this in the future. Now, today, we're going to talk about 6 reasons why I think you should buy a turntable right now. Now, I know what you're saying, Bob. You said a few shows ago, you will never tell me what to buy. That's true, and I mean that. In other words, I will never tell you, oh, this is the be-all, end-all speaker. You have to have this speaker. You have to spend your money on this speaker or this turntable or whatever. No, I'm not talking about that. What I'm talking about here is some justifications that maybe you need so that you can go ahead and take that leap of faith and get into vinyl. Of course, there are things to consider, and I've done a few videos over the last couple of years of the things you have to consider before you get into this proposition. But today I want to give you 6 solid reasons why you should get a turntable today. And one of the reasons I'm doing this, you, like myself, sometimes need a little push over the edge when we've been procrastinating, hesitating, ruminating, and all those things. It can be daunting. There is a lot out there to consider. There are more turntables out now at all kinds of price points for you to consider. And if I can help you in any way to make a decision on a certain turntable, hey, just hit me up in the comments below and I'll try to get back to you. All right, somebody's already typing in the comments. Get on with it. Okay, I see you. I hear you. Here we go. 6 reasons why I think you should buy a turntable right now. Number 1, vinyl is still booming. It may not be at the levels it was a couple of years ago or during the big Pando thing, but it is still booming, and maybe you've thought about getting in on some of the fun, some of the action, things like Record Store Day, getting involved with your local record store and things like that. I get it. It's a fun community. And luckily, you can get in now while it's still on the upside. In fact, I don't think it'll ever go too far back into the other direction. I don't think we're going to head back into the 90s where there was hardly any vinyl available. So now is a good time to dip your toe into vinyl. And as it has been in the last couple of years, it is still the leading form of physical media, the most popular form of physical media, and rightly so. It's just fun. The covers are fun. Reading the lyric sheets, seeking out audiophile pressings. Maybe you're into vintage and you want to get original pressings. It's all there. It's a whole world that you can explore and that you can find your own personal space in. It's all there for you. But the one thing you're going to need to enjoy it is a turntable. Here's a good example. This is the U-Turn Orbit Basic, a very basic turntable, hence the name. I'm going to be doing a review on this very soon, but an excellent company, and this deck is an excellent jumping off point if you want to learn how to use a turntable, how to spin vinyl, and how to start tailoring the sound that you want by selecting different cartridges and making adjustments. It's all happening and it's all good, and that's reason number one. All right, reason number two has been talked a lot about over the years, but that doesn't mean it's not true, and that's the tactile, hands-on, ritualistic nature of playing vinyl. It's what hooks a lot of us, gets us closer to the music, because before we're hearing it, we're literally touching it. You can't touch a stream, but you can touch a slab of vinyl, and you can throw it on a turntable that you have set up and nurtured and cared for and adjusted and got just right, dialed in. It's an amazing experience. Again, it's all cliche. You get to sit, you get this big 12 by 12 album art that might have special features and lyric sheets and inside baseball about the recording. It's all fun, and we're doing what we as humans, because we have opposable thumbs, are meant to do, and that's use our hands. We're using our hands, we're using our eyes, we're using our skill and our passion to play the music that we love. And really, as cliche and as pedestrian as that sounds, you really can't overemphasize that. Vinyl gives you a more intensive, emotional, musical experience, as opposed to streaming, where, I don't know about you, but when I get halfway through a song, I think of another song, I punch that up, and I'll go a whole night without hearing one song or one album all the way through. I'm not knocking streaming, but that's one of the pitfalls of that format, whereas vinyl, you tend to put on a side and listen to that entire album. And I think that's what the artist intended. Though we may never really know what the artist intended. The artist might have intended just to make a few $1 million. But the one thing you're going to need to enjoy it is a turntable. Reason number three to get a turntable right now: the sound and aesthetic qualities. Vinyl fans talk about warmth in the sound, richness of the sound, things that many of us in the analog world don't feel like we're getting from those digital formats. Now, there are exceptions, of course, but it's that immersive warmth, that depth of sound, that richness that keeps us coming back album after album. Now, I'm not going to go as far as to say that vinyl is a better sound. That's kind of subjective. Well, warmth and richness is probably also subjective as well, but some of us feel that we're getting something out of the vinyl playing experience that we can't retrieve from digital formats. You've got to go out and get a turntable to experience it. And then as you get down the road, cartridge selection and adjacent equipment that you're going to need to play vinyl, and don't forget to budget that in when you decide to get a turntable. You can start dialing in the sound, richness and warmth, combined with that tactile, organic experience that I spoke about in reason number two, really makes a very compelling case. But the one thing you're going to need to enjoy it is a turntable. Now, reason number four, there's a whole world of uniqueness and collectability. If you're one of those people that likes to collect things, that likes the thought of owning the music, vinyl is the way to go, with special colored editions, special remasterings, different artwork. Or maybe you're looking for out-of-print records in the used section of your favorite record store. All these things have a lot of appeal to a lot of people. But the one thing you're going to need to enjoy it is a turntable. If you have that collector mindset, I don't know anything better than vinyl. From reading the dead wax to looking for misprints. I've actually got like some Springsteen records with misprinted covers and things like that. There's a whole deep dive you can do with vinyl, and it's a hell of a lot of fun if uniqueness, specialness, and collectability is your jam. Did I really say is your jam? Is your thing? Yeah, try doing that with digital. Number 5, when you get a turntable and start buying physical media. Well, some of you have already bought the physical media and don't have the turntable. I read something in Forbes, I think it was, that half the people, thank you Taylor Swift fans, that have bought vinyl don't own anything to play the vinyl on. Well, maybe it's time now, because when you buy vinyl, when you buy this physical media, you're doing more to support local, your record store. You're doing more to support the artists that you love. They're getting a bigger percentage of the sales than they do from streaming. And then you, on the other hand, get to keep this physical media. I mean, I love my records. Let's pick one out. How can you resist this? How can you resist these colorful covers and the artwork? And I don't know. Maybe I don't talk enough about it, because when I do, people think I'm a big vinyl nerd. Maybe I am. But you know what? If that's my musical legacy, then so be it. I will accept vinyl nerd any day of the week. And if you can't accept that, fight me in the comments below. Turntables and vinyl are keeping music alive right now. But the one thing you're going to need to enjoy it is a turntable. Now, reason number 6, the holidays. The holidays are coming just as sure as taxes and the Super Bowl. There are going to be holidays this year. This is September as of the recording of this program, and we're just a few months away. Whether you're in the market for a turntable yourself or you're thinking about getting one for a loved one, I don't want you to find yourself in mid-December not being able to find something because everything has been snapped up. And then you have to put your tail between your legs and, put a suitcase turntable under the tree. If that's what you can do, then I guess at least that's entry, a gateway into the hobby that we love. But with some smart shopping and giving yourself a little bit of time and a little bit of research, you can do much better for yourself and your loved one. So turntables are going to be very popular. Again, holiday time 2025. Get out there, do your research, watch my colleagues on other channels, and learn about this hobby. And maybe, just maybe, there'll be something under the tree for you or a loved one this year. Experts say vinyl, the market value of vinyl, is going to continue to rise at least until 2032. So you shouldn't worry about whether there's going to be, material year after year for you to throw on this turntable. You're going to want to feed your turntable that you're going to buy, and there's going to be a wealth of product for you to consume. A lot of times it ain't cheap, but a lot of times when you come home, you bring home a special edition, you feel like I was going to say real man, but I realize how offensive that might be. You're going to feel like a real person. Again, it's a great hobby. You're supporting local merchants and artists. But the one thing you're going to need to enjoy it is a turntable. And when you play vinyl, you're just slowing life down just a little bit more so that you can relax. And isn't that the main goal of listening to music and drinking wine or whiskey? So the evidence is there. Demand is going to be high for turntables again this year. I don't want you to be caught in the slow lane. Let's be proactive and let's get that turntable for you or a loved one. Also, the sooner the better. I don't want to get into supply chain issues and tariffs and things like that. I'm not a business major. I don't understand it all. I'll know when I know. You'll know when you know that prices are getting higher. But they're not going to go the other direction, in my opinion. So again, time is of the essence. Get a turntable right now. That's it. I have vinyl. I enjoy vinyl. I want you to enjoy it. Turntables are fun. Vinyl is fun. Analog audio is fun. Putting a system together can be a real joy in your life. Now, I want to try an experiment for you right now to prove how much of a vinyl fan I am. I want one of you to call out the name of a record, and I'll see if I have it, all right? Go ahead, shout out name an Okay, I heard someone over there say Paul Cawthon, Country Coming Down. I think he's a Texas country artist. Hang on a second. Let me see. That would be under the C. Here we go. Here we go. Wow. What are the odds? Country Coming Down, the great Paul Cawthon. If you're into Texas country, kind of like this is crazy Texas country. Like,
what did you say?
Texas is dumb.
Don't you dare take the name of Texas in vain.
Nuts. Anyway, very good. That was a good call. Thank you for that. Man, that was a close one. I mean, what are the odds, right? Hey, what are the odds that you have a couple more minutes to watch another one of my videos? You know, the geniuses at YouTube, man, they got it going on over there. They're so smart, and they've already selected another video for you to watch, and it's going to pop up right here. That's right, right here. There it is. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have time to watch it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff, and look for more fun things to do here at United States of Analog. My name is Bob, and I'll see you next time.